Hello everybody, welcome back to Bilattice. We're gonna go back to where the math was. I think it was along the arrow and then this one? Yeah, actual math. So we did the 4 core puzzles here. We have 4 extra puzzles. What math do we have here? X squared, more than X, less than X. Okay, well we have 12 items. So I think this is going to be 2. This is going to be 4 or 5 or 6. No. Oh, wait. So if this is 3, 3 squared is 9. That's too many. Let's talk the thought out. You have 12 things. If you have X and X squared, 3 3s are 9, but 9 and 3 is 12. That doesn't leave any room for greater than, less than. So odds are X is 2, X squared is 4, but they can't touch. And then the X more and less has to go into there somewhere. Are we following along? Does that make any amount of sense? So X and X squared cannot share a border, and X squared is going to be the bigger one, so I'm assuming that's going to be the shaded one. So X is 2, X squared, 2 times 2 is 4, this is greater than X at 4. And then this is too big. This needs to be 1. This makes 6. And so how can I do that? Unless it's something... No, we can't have... I was going to say, we can't have X be 1 and 1 times 1 equals 1 because we can't confine it in like that. Could be that this is 2 and this is 2 and this is X squared for 4, but I can't lock that into a 4, but I think that must be the math we're working with here, right? X, not this. This perhaps? I think this has to be 1. If X is 2 and X squared is 4, less than X is 1. And more than X is going to exist in the same place as X squared, which will be 4, I think. 2, 1, 5... X squared is currently 6. X is 2. 2 squared is 4. Where can I make a division between those spaces? And then we have less than X. We assume this is 1. Because it's less than X. Then we assume that this has to be positive if this is going to be different to this. We can assume that X and less than X are both dark and this is light, or the inverse if you prefer. This is on, these are off. That's 3. That's 4. That's 2. 3, 4. But then less than 3 can't be... Less than 2 can't be 3. We've lucked into it. Using logic to get there, but we found it. So X is 2. X squared is 4. And 4 is more than 2. And 1 on its own. Great stuff. And I get a thing. Let's try this non-horned level first. Math Intro 5. We have x. We have x squared and a 3. And we have 3 nodes that have to be in agreement with one another. So, if the overall space is 12, and this is 1, then x squared is probably going to be 2 and 4 again, I would wager. How can I get the 3 and the x squared to be different? Because I don't think the 3 and the x squared can coexist. So I think these are on a separate binary to each other. Some of these are 1s, some of these are 0s. If we do that, can we divide up what's left in a meaningful way? Is it just this? It's not this, because x is 1, this needs to be 2. This doesn't work because that is 5 on the 3. So the thing I was thinking about definitely didn't work. If these are off, and that's an inverted space, you cheeky devil. So x is 1, x squared is also 1, 3 and the other ones are light. No idea if there's another solution for that, but it's very cheeky. Then we have these two at the end of our math road. Oh, Jesus. I need to work on accessibility in my game design. Guess what? I'm not solving this puzzle. Literally just calculus. Here's the thing, right? And this might make me sound really stupid, but I did math at school up to the age of 16, and never did I touch calculus. Calculus is a thing that was mentioned as being difficult classes in American high school TV shows. You'd have like Saved by the Bell and Sabrina the Teenage Witch always having to go off to the library and study for calculus. And I don't know what any of this stuff means, and I have a science degree, but I don't know what any of this stuff means. What about this one? This is algebra. Algebra I can do slightly better. We still have to solve for x though. So these are going to be puzzles for another day. I will come back and see what I can do. Maybe we'll use Wolfram Alpha at some point or something, but I literally don't know what calculus is, or what it's used for, or anything. So where else are we going? I would like to get to the end of this chain. The moment. This is one that I don't understand how this works. Oh wait, no, someone in my comments somewhere mentioned that this 0 is looking up. And I don't know what that means. If there's 0 going upwards from here, or that this isn't valid or something, because this bottom line doesn't count. This 0 is a lie. So, if that 0 is a lie, how can we do this? If the 3s across the top have to be accommodated for, this has to be 0. And these need 2 apiece. LOL. Developers being a dick. It's so rude. Jesus wept. What are you doing to me? Eyesore. So we've got full lines, faded lines, and no lines. So what counts for what? Well, let's start here. This one is pointing right. That is yes. This one is accommodated for. Those are no. This is a 0 pointing down. So this is a no. What else do we know? KNOW. I'm looking for spots with that. This 2 is looking up. That's 1. That's 2. That's facts. This one is looking left. It's got 1. It's not this. What else do we know? This one is looking up. It's not this one. It is that one. Next. This 2 is looking right. It only has those 2 to accommodate for. This one needs 1 going down. Has it? That is accommodated for. This 4 needs 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3. No, no, 4. That's done. What else? 0 down. We've accommodated for that. 1 up is one of these. 2 to the left. 1 to the left. 1 to the left is done. 2 to the right. 1 here, not this. 1 of those, but we don't know which yet. 2 to the left here. 3 to the right of that. Ah, I've ruined it. This 3 needs 3 to the right, and currently it has only 2. Oh, do I need to reset? I think I need to reset. I'm mad about it though. This 0. 0 there. This 1. 1 there. This one has 1. Those are empty. This 3 needs 3 to the right of it. Has this one, not that one, 2 and 3. This one has 1 looking up. This one has 0 looking down. This one has 1 looking left. This one has 1 looking up. 3 to the right. So it's one of these. This is 2 to the right. That is those. What else do we know? God, I wish I could invert the colours more for what is and is not a piece. One of these will be... This 2 has 2 working up, so yes to that and that. This 4 now has 4, it's no to this. This 1 has 1 to its left, it's no to that. You need 1, you need 1, you need 2. You need 1. What's our next definite thing? Let's start from right to left. You're done. You need 1 of these. Don't know which one yet. You've got 1. You need 2 of those. Don't know which yet. Well, this needs 3. And this needs 2. But they're both pointing the same direction. So this 2 is going to have 2 of these. And that means that this 3 must get this one and 2 more. That means that this 2 needs 1 of these 3. And this 2 needs 1 of these 3. And this one, which means this one has 1. It's not this one. We've got this column. This one needs 1 of those. We don't know which yet. You need 1 of those. We don't know which yet. 3 is done. 1 is 1 of these. It can't be that one. So it must be this one. That one's accommodated. This 2 is done. This 2 is done. This 4 is done. This 3 is done. So it's not those. This one needs 1. This 2 has 2. This one has 1. This one needs 1. Great puzzle. Difficult to look at. But then it is called eyesore. So how mad can I really be? And that gets us through a portal. I'm sorry. What am I looking at? If this is a music puzzle, I'm not going to rage quit, but I'm not probably going to do the puzzle. Oh. Fluency, the final challenge. Well, final challenge computation. This is an actual 4-dimensional puzzle. I'd suggest getting out a pencil and some paper for this. Then we're not doing it now. That's late game stuff. Welcome to the end. Final challenge curiosity. I don't know what the double arrows are, so that's going to be for a later time. Take me back. This side. We've got lots more stuff going on over here. What's this? Eyes and hexagons and squares. I know these rules. I know these mechanics. The case of making it work. So we want the square to be a square and the hexagons to be in hexagony shapes, which is, if you were wondering, these hexagons are now happy because the 5-tile shape that they are made up of is bottom, right, top, left, totaling 6 edges on the whole thing. But I'm not sure how to approach that. What do we have here? Big shapes 1. This is a wacky sequence. Blue subtext indicators showing the size of their numbers group may help out here. Oh, did I spent ages here in my previous video trying to logic this one out and failing. Because it wants to be squares. I did this. So this 4. Can't do this because it touches this 2. And it can't do this because it touches that 2. And it can't do that to separate the 2's off because this becomes a 5. And I can't do the same thing here to like grid that off. So the logic I went with was, if we can't do this or this, then we must do that. Which means these don't touch. Which means this is this. No, it means that touches, and we end up with something like this. But this doesn't help the 2x2 section at the top. So can't do that. That's the limits of this location. So is that everything here? Actual math, mastermind, the edge. Right, where else can we go? That's this arrow. Let's start from the bottom and work up. What is this? Ramifications. This is one I feel like I should be able to get reasonably simply. 16 tiles. Everything needs to be grouped into 4s, apart from the dead space. How can we do that? Is an incredible question. How do we set down? Basically, I think we need to set out 3 Tetris pieces, which will be 12 spaces, and then 3 spaces left over. Where can we start logic here? Because there must be some number of tiles, like this 4 and this 4, can't be in the same zone. Because you need 5 to attach them, whichever way you go about it. But that doesn't mean they can't not be both lit, because you can have alternate sizes and shapes of stuff. no. We got off to such a flying start. So that's Ramifications. If I can get through this one, we get another teleporter to go through. So many arrows, though. Premonition. Right. This includes this. This includes that. This includes that. Which is part of this. Oh, God. It's one of the ones where it would really help having the identifier numbers on, because then I'd know when my 6 zones are valid or not. Although, it wants me to specifically try a solution as well. Makes that more difficult. My brain has forgotten the rules on how arrows want to work, and that is not helpful. We've got heaps of stuff through here as well. Step up 1. Okay. Positive, negatives, and numbers. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I feel like there's nothing too complicated here. Not anything unknown. Especially for how much content there is behind these. This 2 on the edge is interesting. If we do this, then this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something. Which means that would have to be the case. To keep this as 2. But then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that can't be with 2 negatives in it. Obviously that looks like the simple way to do it, but I've been tricked before. This is 5, but I can't cut that off. I mean, I can, I guess. That's 5. This is 4. This needs a minus in it, and the only minuses are in the top row. So this plus can reach this minus, but this 2 can't be left there because we can't pen in the 2 like this. Nor can we have a 5 and all of this connected in one large space. So, figuring out which one the 2 bonds with is obviously going to be very helpful. And then after that, it's like, what do I use after that? Well, okay. I was going to say this negative has to go to this positive because we can't do that. But of course we can do that. Then we'd have to have those be together. But none of that seems good, does it? Minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. Step up. Is this like... This one stumps a lot of players. Feel free to come back to this one. How does it know? An internal clock that's counting, obviously. But I've already skipped over like 8 puzzles. If it trips up a lot of people, does that mean there's some trick that I should be looking for? Can't do that. Can't do that, because this 5 can't join the rest of another group. It's symmetrical apart from the 2. Wait. Why is this not good? Oh, because this has 2 negatives. Damn it. I was so hopeful. 5 and 5 and 2 and 5. Can I manipulate this somehow to pick up the other negative? Because it looks so good. Apart from this double negative up here and no negative down here. You need... This plus needs a negative. I can't have this match up to that in a big negative space through the center. Where else can we go? Now I've joined the 2 giant groups together. That's no good. Makes for a 10 piece. Oh god. What else do we have here? Arrows ahead. These arrows pointing to each other is something else that I'm not super fast on the uptake of. Then this was where we've been, wasn't it? Yeah, we did all of that largely. The only one. This doesn't feel like it should be too bad either. But then it's got horns. Right, ignore the 3 and the 2. How do you make 2 4 groups with the 4s in them? Can't do this. You can do that, but then you can't have a 3 left out on its own. Yeah. I wish I could put these off to the side somewhere first. 4. 4. 2. This 4 is not good. I think it must be 2 groups of 4, right? Because that's 4 and 8, leaving 8, then a 3 and a 2, is 11, 12, 13 out of 16, leaving a group of 3. So we can't have 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So the 4s must be in 2 groups of 4, like 2 pairs of 4s in groups. This 4 and this 4 can never be in the same group. So that means either these are in the same group and these are in the same group, or these are in the same group and these are in the same group. But which way round is it? Can I make a group of 3 out of this? An extra group of 4? Where can I cut off a corner to make a 3? It must be that way with the 4s, unless my logic is wrong, which it has been. But this 4 can either do that, 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 or that. And those are the only options. I can't make a group of 2 out of what's left. There's a group of 3. That's allowed. That's a group of 2. This 4 can't meet that group of 4 anywhere, so it could only be this in this arrangement. But this arrangement seems least likely, because I can't light up any of these tiles. There's 4 and 4, and 3 and 3. Something here. I can feel it. Oh, I just want to get one more before the day ends. Can't have that be another group of 4. How can I make a group of 3? Is the bit I really don't understand. The 3's happy. Fours are definitely not. Coming down to where the 4s meet on the corners, isn't it? Because L shapes can meet in 2 corners. Show me back to where they started. I guess it just starts from the highest point on the left, counting upwards. Not this. Where does the 3 go? Honestly. Can't be this because I can't make the group on the left bigger. That's a 3, but then the 2 doesn't get accommodated for. I like this T-piece. That might be useful. How else could I use a T-piece? This is what I was saying about not being able to have 4 large pieces, because now there's nowhere to accommodate a 2 when you group things together into 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I need a 17th piece for this, which doesn't work. Oh my god. Yes. T-piece, you saved me. This one's for you, Stellar Crew. I don't know what that means, but we unlocked another puzzle. I can be happy putting this down for the day. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.